Money deep, shiny teeth, ayy. Tell me what's your beef, cause I ain't one to cause a problem. I'm just out here doing me. Yeah, honestly, not rowdy, not my fault.
Yo, what's good, everybody? What up, YouTube world? It's your boy SBX coming with you with another video. And I know I haven't been making constant videos on this particular channel in a long time. Well, actually, it haven't been that long, but it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been busy with a lot of things going on with my life, getting my life in track on some things. So, anyways, guys, I want to elaborate on basically for the guys out there. You know, this is pretty much men's talk as I usually do on my videos in the past. So we're just going to talk about our favorite subject for the straight men out there, which is women. You know, so it's you know, a mix between my chronicles about women and their bullshit, and you know how, you know, today's feminists are pretty much brainwashing women, and you know, entitlements and mistakes and choices that women do and choose to do. But anyways, I want to talk about, you know, how women like to project on toxic masculinity, but it's more like to the point where it's like they're giving us more of toxic femininity. So what I mean by that is that, you know, in this day and age, it's more of a battle of the sexes. It's been like that since the Stone Ages. But what I mean is that, you know, every time that it's more likely a double standard, women are top of these things when it comes to these double standards and, you know, sexist type of stereotypes about men and women, saying that, you know, women are smarter, women are this, women are strong, women are that, women are emotional creatures, and you know, we gotta treat them like delicacy. But at the same time, you have women who shove that femininity and turn it into masculinity. But what I mean by saying this is that today's modern women are not classy. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any classy women, but there is a rare breed of classy women, and their version of classy isn't classy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays you have, you know, like the girls posting pictures on Instagram, showing their ass, showing their titties, looking cute, and it's like they're so self-centered to the point where they think that they the shit. And also too is making an OnlyFans, but they get discouraged by when men don't want to fuck with them or have anything to deal with them about the fact that they doing some whole shit. You know what I mean? So that's why when it comes to Future, you know, these bitches belong to the streets. And needless to say is that, you know, a lot of these females want to act like men, but when we do things that we're accustomed to, then we're misogynist, we're chauvinist, we're what you call toxic, like the whole judging our, you know, masculinity. You know what I'm saying? So there's this one girl who pretty much pointed it out where, okay, for men, it's like in this day and age where men, when we think shit look gay, it looks gay. Rather if it's like somebody who, you know, really is gay, dressing gay, saying some gay things. And sometimes these weirdo ass liberal feminist LGBT SJW weirdos would judge us and say that we're not in touch of our femininity, you know. And even though they want to rely on science with biology and saying that men have certain level of estrogen and men have testosterone, and it's more likely women have more estrogen and a little bit of testosterone and all that crazy shit, you know what I mean? And the truth is that estrogen is more of a woman's thing, while testosterone, like those type of things, are more likely to be for men's DNA, you know what I mean? So, I mean, even if that was the case, I mean, my whole thing is that we're in a day and age is, if you say something look gay or something look weird, people are going to be automatically offended because they're, you know, supporting this bullshit, you know what I mean? And look, with the LGBTQ, they have like every right to promote their agenda, but they're shoving it down on our throats. But I'm not even going to get into that. But the truth is, when it comes to toxic femininity, like, here's the thing about toxic people in general, toxic anything. Like, if it's something that is just that negative, then it's not good. But most of the times, we all indulge into things that are not good for us. Rather, if it's something that we eat, something that we're drinking, something that we're putting in our bodies, you know what I'm saying? Anything has this toxicity. But what I mean, it's like with, you know, this whole toxic masculinity bullshit, it's like they're judging men for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Our masculinity is weak. Our masculinity is fragile. Our masculinity is hurting a lot of sensitive ass people. And look, though, it's like it doesn't hurt to compromise and sympathize people who are sensitive. But today's generation, people take sensitivity to a whole different level, a whole new level. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they look fucking retarded. And women are supporting that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And even if, like, okay, so this pretty much, this whole concept of this video is most likely toxic femininity, right? And what I'm trying to abbreviate is that, you know, today's modern women, it's like all they do is bitch and complain about there ain't no good men, and they're contradicting that because they're always choosing the niggas who ain't shit. But yet, it's like today's women, they show little to no accountability. Even when they cheating, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like most of the times they gossip about shit, and that's all they know how to do with their female friends is gossip about shit. And then that's why sometimes women are at odds with each other, is because of the negativity that they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes some today's modern women don't know how to be traditional. Like, they feed up with social media, feed up with the feminists that they put their garbage into their brains about, you know, equality, and it has nothing to do with equality, where it's more like a dictatorship and bashing men. You know what I mean? Like, I get that with today's feminists, well, the true feminists, let's be more specific, where all they care about is women's rights and women be treated with respect. And the whole thing is that there are men out there that do respect women, don't hit women and try to be old-fashioned with it. And there are some men that are what you proclaim as a misogynist and a chauvinist and all this other things like that. But I say 95% of the times women choose those misogynistic, chauvinistic men because that's all they know. And that's how they grow to be toxic, is because they seen their parents when they were younger having to have a toxic, dysfunctional family, and they're using that to thinking like, okay, this is how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So, okay, so my thing is that, okay, if women were so better than men, why are they not good at making choices in life? Why are they always feeling like, you know, they can't do no wrong when in actuality they make mistakes, but they don't take no accountability of that. And what I mean is that sometimes, in my opinion, when women cheat, they're good at it than men. You know what I'm saying? If a man get caught, then he's gonna look retarded, like, oh baby, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? He's not gonna say no bullshit. Where women, when they cheat, it's like, it's your fault. You've been out all with your friends all the time. You work too long and all this other stuff. And women will say that they want a man that works and provides. And when you get that good man and he's working his ass off, like rather if it's a 9 to 5 or having to work overtime at the night shift or whatever, the grave shift or whatever, then you out there seeing Pookie and Ray Ray in them, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like, you know, sometimes with these type of females who think that women are always going to be innocent, women can't do no wrong, and they fail to realize that there are some women out there that take advantage and ruin a good relationship with a good man. And then, you know, when you see on like other social media platforms, YouTube videos, rap videos, anything in that nature, it's like they're choosing the thugs, they're choosing the bad boys, you know, because of the fact that, you know, they looking for sex appeal, swag, and all this other shit, you know. And it's not like the good guys don't have either or, but it's just that some women do not reciprocate good energy, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by, I feel like you see more toxic femininity, because today's women are not traditional. They're not out there cooking and cleaning, and also, I'm not saying that there aren't, but what I mean is like, sometimes I hear females, random females, saying that they're bad cooks, or I don't cook, I eat out all the time, I let my man cook for me, or, you know, and they don't do a motherfucking thing. And you have some that are good cooks and clean, but they're doing it for their own sake. They're doing it for taking care of their house. They're doing this because they're taking care of their kids, but not for their man. You know what I'm saying? So most likely single women who do know how to cook and clean, they're only providing it for their kids, not for their man. And then the ones who are in a relationship or aren't in a relationship, it's like they aren't very into the whole idea of cooking and cleaning. And women are not trying to be traditional women like how, you know, grandma and grandpa and our ancestors used to be back in the days. You know what I mean? So I figured that, in my opinion, and my theory is that, you know, sometimes these women don't want to be stay-at-home moms anymore, and that's their choice, and it's cool with me. But it's like women demand too fucking much of everything, you know, and you claim that there's no equality for women, but there has been more of a like dictatorship that women get everything that they want. In the justice system, women get more of their fair of their alimony checks and not Social Security, but what you call child support and things of that nature, because it's like society want to make you look like women are all needed. All women need help, and the men have to provide and do so much, and women don't have to lift a goddamn finger. And the ones who do work and are independent, it's like they want to brag about it. Like, to me, it's like you have those type of females who brag about, oh, I don't need a man, or I'm a strong independent woman, and you're being arrogant about it. That's another version of toxic femininity. You know what I mean? So and I feel like what toxic femininity do is, all they do is belittle men and try to demasculate men to be fragile and to be them. You know what I mean? And that's why you see more women wearing baggy pants and niggas is getting their jeans too tight. You know what I mean? So it's like nowadays some men are like the new age women and the women are like the new age men. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy though. You know what I mean? Like dudes are more, not all, but you got men who are more sensitive and also acting more like simps these days. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, let's be real. Yes, we love our women, but don't fucking glorify the bullshit that they do. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. Like, you know, and sometimes another thing about toxic femininity is that with social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and all that, it's like they're displaying themselves to look like hoes. You know, again, like you have women showing their ass, showing their titties in like places like the beach or at, you know, a photo shoot and all that other shit, and they think they're hot shit. You know what I mean? And the truth is, these Instagram models these days are just, these type of women have nothing good to offer us except ass and titties and a cute face. You know what I mean? Like, it's like with toxic femininity, it's like today's modern women don't have a fucking personality. I'm sorry to say this. It's like they have no personality, they have no talents. You know, all they want to do is be a basic bitch. You know what I mean? All they want to do is look cute, take fucking pictures every fucking day about things that people don't normally give a fuck about. You know what I mean? You're going to the beach, you're going to the park, you twerking at the club, you're smoking a hookah. You know what I mean? You bashing men and suggesting them to get their money, to get their bag. And okay, even if that was some sort of motivation or encouragement, it's like they always looking for some sort of attention, because of course, you know, you got people who fall into that saying, oh, I want you, I love you, I want to marry you, you're so fine, damn girl, I want to put my thing on you, and all this other shit. All that is doing is building up their fucking, you know what I'm saying, their ego. Social media for women like Instagram and Twitter is an ego booster, because they want to feel as if they're important, even if all they do is shake their ass, put on a few, you know, bikinis, and reenact on some memes and video clips and music videos and shit like that. That's not talent. Doing TikTok videos, that's for basic ass people. You know what I mean? And the problem is that, okay, even though you have some positive outlooks of using TikTok, I ain't ready to use that shit, yo. And it took me 4 fucking years to actually open an Instagram and all that. But I mean, again, yo, guys, I feel like I can't dwell with today's society of women, you know, because again, like, all they do is promote horse shit, but yet you can't treat them like a hoe if they doing some hoe shit. It's like, how are we gonna treat you like a woman and all you do is shake your ass and being very promiscuous, and you're making an OnlyFans account and you expect people to pay a subscription? Like, what happened to the old school hoes? What happened to hoes back in the days where they know that what they're getting themselves into, and you know, they don't bullshit around or feed around the bushes about shit? Today's modern hoes, they on some other shit. You know what I mean? It's like, you want to be treated as a woman, you want to be treated like a queen, but you're on that princess phobia bullshit. And on top of that, you expect people to pay and take care of you, and yet you want to say niggas ain't shit. You're using them simp ass niggas as tools. So that's another, again, that is another list of how I look at toxic femininity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not bashing anything about like where there aren't any good women. It's just, it's rare. It's like sometimes these type of good women are taken, or it's like a hypnosis where to the point where these liberal feminists and social media and music videos is encouraging women with these type of behaviors and display. You know what I'm saying? So okay, it's okay that they want to shake their ass and all this other stuff at parties and stuff like that. But mind you, the more you do that, is going to hinder you in the future. Sometimes these women are not aware of that. It's like they're so comfortable in their body and it's so comfortable with their skin. Is that it's a beauty and it's a gift and a curse at the same time of looks. Because of course you're gonna have some dudes come and holler at you, wanna smash and all this other stuff because you're displaying your body out there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're trying to be corporate and classy with it, pussy is pussy at the end of the day. It's a magnet. But I agree that there are some men need to slow their roll when they're into a woman. You know what I mean? But again, you know, it's their choice. So again, with that, I've always said that in my videos that women are always going to be the choosers. Women are going to be more obligated and entitled to choose what type of men they're going to bring. You know, even if you have to come to them correctly, they're still going to act like a stuck up or just not interested in you. You know what I mean? So that's how women are wired. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, with toxic femininity, it's like it's way beyond that, to the point where women want to act like men and they want to demasculate men. And on top of that, they have a bone to pick on men constantly. And when they want to be out there messing with Pookie and Ray Ray, and when they have a guy who is a good guy, who is trying to be a good provider, trying to be on the right path, it's always to the point that those type of women don't appreciate a good man. And it all comes from the family. It all comes from their background. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same cycle with them. You know what I mean? If their parents had a bad relationship, a bad marriage, it's gonna also hinder that to their kids, because they're gonna reciprocate to that as well. So I feel like at the end of the day, guys, is that with today's women, they are as lost as today's men. I'm not gonna just be like on some simp shit saying that, oh, you know, women are this, we should help our women, and you know, next thing you know it, they fucking put a bullet up in their fucking asses that we don't need them anymore, or they don't need us anymore, to be, you know, specific. So, you know, it's just that sometimes these women just think that we're tools or the type of people that shouldn't exist, to the point where they don't appreciate us. Because last time I checked, you don't see any women building buildings or doing construction buildings or lifting off heavy equipments and anything that has to do with hard labor. I'm not saying that there aren't, but it's rare. It's rare or practically non-existent. But they swear that they deserve a higher pay and all this other stuff, but they don't want to get their hands dirty. That's the truth about it. You know what I'm saying? And look, if they want to be strong and be physically strong, that's their business. You know what I mean? But most of the women, they're not going to do that. They're going to know how to do things that most likely a woman will do. Do hair, do nails, cook, or whatever their profession that requires them to be talented and use their minds. You know what I mean? Men, we have to do things more physical. Like, ultimately physical. But yeah, sometimes women want to test that. As if they can carry some weight at a gym that costs like maybe 100 pounds of weight and carrying heavy ass fucking dumbbells and shit, you know what I mean? Or use some type of She-Hulk or the Incredible Hulk type bitch. And the truth is, none of these women are going to do that. They're going to do the simplest things. So, whatever their level of how much they can, you know, carry or how strong they are, that's going to determine how they're going to be or how their body strength is going to adapt to. So, yes, men are stronger than women. And yes, today's women are really getting smarter than men, is because men allow themselves to be fucking idiots. You know, and if there's like the smartest man in the world on some Einstein type shit, I bet you those type of men are gonna outnumber women when it comes to intelligence. You know what I mean? The truth is, men like to keep things simple. We don't want to do like some extra trivial type shit with our minds. Some do, some don't. But the truth is, society look at men and we're the idiots, we're the dummies, we're the meatheads, we're too macho and stuff like that. And there's so many intelligent men out there, but yet y'all don't want to acknowledge that. Y'all want to look at them as the nerds, the lames, the boring guys, and all this other stuff. And the truth is, those type of men are smarter than these type of basic bitches. That's the truth of all that. You know what I'm saying? It's really all depends on your circle of people. It's like, of course, the men who like the club and chase after bitches, of course, their intellect, they're not that smart. But the men who are out there who are reading books, who are into anime, who are into sci-fi, who are fucking into tech things like building a computer, doing software engineering, and all this other shit, they're most likely smarter than the average hood rat bitch around the fucking corner, like Aisha and Tamika and them. You know what I'm saying? Those bitches don't know how to do that shit. So you can't say that men are all dumb and women are all smart, because the truth is there's a mixture between all that. But like I said, if women were that damn smart, they would know not to choose those type of men that are not good for them. They will not rely on their fucking feelings at all, but rather look at logic. You know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter is that women rely on their feelings to determine something is good or bad. Yes, they have their intuition, but it ain't like men don't have where they can sense bullshit too, or sense something that is bad. I think in all actuality, people don't sense things good or bad until it comes. Sometimes it's blind fate, you know? But again, y'all, like with toxic femininity, all it's encouraging women is to, you know, settle for what they think is good or what they shouldn't settle that is less. You know, being a traditional woman is out the door. Having a fucking personality is out the door. You know, you gotta half-ass be a hoe, but yeah, you gotta be a half-ass classy woman. You gotta be the corporate woman, but a lady of the streets and a freak in the bed. You know what I mean? That's how women have to pretty much. That's how they pretty much have to act like. You know what I mean? And for the men out there, you gotta be a business type of guy, but yeah, sell coke and be in a gang and have jail tattoos and look all thuggish at the same time, because sometimes women get it fucked up. You know, it's either one or the other. And also on top of that, have money out the fucking ceiling. So when women push their standards, when they push away good men, when they're trying to fight men, when they're trying to bash men, all that to me is toxic energy. All that is toxic femininity. Abusing men, abusing their kindness for weakness, taking advantage, using their sex as a weapon to get what they want, toying with them, manipulation. All of that shit is toxic. But yet at the same time, those type of women will like clap and encourage women to doing that shit. And there's some who don't commend that. You know what I mean? That's why sometimes these men rather be left alone. That's why some men don't want to approach women. That's why, you got black brothers who are dating, or people just dating outside their race. Like black man wanted to date a white woman, a Latina woman, an Asian woman, or so. Because sometimes these women from overseas aren't as toxic, but that doesn't mean that they can be. They can't be. There's toxic women no matter where you go. But majority of the times, the foreign women have a little bit of a personality than women here. You know what I'm saying? And women here, it's like they're obvious that they're too good for you, or it's obvious. While foreign women, you're gonna just have to just see and look at her mannerisms to see if she's into you or not. Because some of them are traditional like that. They're open-minded. You can talk about intelligent shit. You can talk about anything that deals with the world. But when you talk to a westernized woman, all they want to talk about what they say on TV, the Love and Hip Hop, the Jersey Shores, or whatever the fuck they watch these days. Grey's Anatomy and all that other bullshit. Because they have nothing to offer. Because you say women are that smart, but they can't hold on to it. An open, intelligent conversation. Think about it, guys. That's why a lot of guys are either going to MGTOW, going their own way. You know what I mean? Men going their own ways. Some of them are incels. Some of them are meeting and dating women outside their race. Some of them turn into Sims and all that because of what our local women have to offer. So they get mad if a black dude date a white girl. They get mad that guys are going overseas, going to Brazil, going to Colombia, going to Cuba, going to Dominican Republic, going to Russia, Ukraine, or Thailand, or Japan, or China, or something like that, just to get some girls. Because there's some of them are submissive, some of them are traditional, and they can't top that. And some of them keep up with their appearance. And they're headstrong. But anyways, guys, that's just pretty much how I'm going to just leave it at that. Toxic masculinity is bullshit. Toxic femininity is bullshit. Toxicity is toxicity. Yes, men can be toxic. Men do abuse women, do all this other shit. But guess what? They choose them. And they're going to continue on choosing these type of guys. And society is funding women who are constantly being in that bullshit. It's like if a man get abused, if a man get taken advantage of, they ain't got shit for us. So that's the truth about it. You know what I mean? So again, there is no equality. Even though it's a man's world, but in a sense, women are dictating it. So toxic femininity is playing a role in today's modern women. So that concludes my video though, guys. So anyways, guys, please leave your comment on the comment sections below. I'd love to know everybody's opinion. Don't forget to hit that bell icon, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Until then, folks, SBX, wrapping this up. Thanks for watching. Peace out.